Alright, we found a problem with the mount and why it's so loose. I don't know if you can see that, but the engine is tilted on one side. It's tilted down on this side. And that's because that engine mount isn't even...
Wait.
But there's more.
Wait. Originally, oh, the motor's lifted on this side. Why is it lifted on this side? Then Andy comes and it's like, wait, this whole thing is shaking. Why is it shaking? I'll show you why it's shaking. There's a gap between the mount and the engine bracket. I can stick my finger in there. That's supposed to be against each other. See that plate? There shouldn't be any plate on there. This whole thing is loose. The surfaces are supposed to be together.
Yeah, see that top surface and that bottom surface? They're supposed to be touching. This mount is not even connected on this side of the vehicle.
That's why the engine's drooping on this side. So we're gonna try to fix that problem now.
Yep. Basically, just tighten the freaking mount.
Pretty much.
You should jack with a block of wood under the oil pan, lift that side of the engine up so it takes pressure off the mounts, and then you screw the mount down.
I jacked up the engine a little more. See those two surfaces? Let's see if I could do a little finger point like Devin does. Top surface and bottom surface. Those two surfaces are now together. Look at the gap on the bolt. That's how much play it had. That's why the engine was sitting tilted towards the passenger side. Now it's actually even like it's supposed to. So whoever did this engine swap, Devin already knows they half-assed it. Even though the engine runs great, they half-assed the whole build. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. That is just crazy. This whole mount was like loose. Now because I have the engine being jacked up, I should be able to just tighten those bolts, and it's fine. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. That engine mount wasn't even tightened all the way. Yeah. So that little gap, that gap was like a lot bigger before.
1. Take off the engine side bracket from the engine, which includes the 2 bolts. Replace it with one from a 626 KLDE. I think the mounting locations for those holes are the same on this DE as the 626 DE. 2, we could just try and replace the bolts. Maybe these bolts are different from the 626. 3, we can replace the mount. Perhaps Millenia mount actually sits lower. So where those 2 prongs come out from the engine side, maybe they actually sit lower on the Millenia. The KLDE manual mount is different from the automatic mount on the Millenia. The automatic mount has this weird long tripod section, and it goes, almost looks like a water slide, and it water slides way down there. And I know for a fact on the automatic that those mount locations are way lower, so that water slide goes down there much lower. What I'm going to try and do next time I go to a junkyard is mix and match those parts. Now maybe someone on the 626 forum, after they see this video, will be able to tell me, is it a 626 mount issue that I'm looking at here? Maybe I should use a Millenia mount, or should I use a 626 engine bracket, which includes the 2 bolts? Probably going to be one of those 2. And in the video, Andy said at first, I thought that it was sitting higher on one side, and that still might be true, because when I did my FS 4-cylinder automatic to manual swap, the engine bracket for the automatic for the 4-cylinder sits about 3 inches higher than the one for the manual. It sits much lower for the manual. They almost look side by side identical, but where the bolt hole is 3 inches lower for the manual. So that's still a possibility. I'm not going to discount. This side obviously is wrong. I don't know the physical difference if it's going to sit higher or lower. So this is the 96 vacuum routing. So that's the one I've been trying to follow. And again, I'm not a mechanic. This is all DIY stuff. I'm still learning. Zepticon was kind of enthusiastic about me getting a V6, and now there's going to be 626 V6 videos out there. He was pretty happy about that. There aren't a lot of repair videos out there for the V6. I know Old School Funk has some, and I'm a big fan of Old School Funk because of it. That's how I found Old School Funk. So if you have a chance to check out Old School Funk on YouTube, he's got some really great 626 videos. That's the end of day 4. There's not a lot of progress yet. I'm still kind of gathering information and doing inspections. Yes, I know it's a little bit slow, but trust me, the good stuff's coming. Okay, when the good stuff starts happening, if you follow from this point, You'll be right there along with everyone else to see how it takes shape, and you can come along this adventure together. Learn with me. I don't know everything. Again, I barely know anything. I know just enough to be dangerous. So come be dangerous with me. We're going to learn a lot together. Day 4. Cool.